What's the most important aspect about any fucking game? Well, being able to fucking play it. And what do you need to fucking play it? A fucking controller. So what do you do when the controller doesn't work? You're fucked.
Do you know what's very funny with every game? Is to be able to play it. And what do you do when the gamepad doesn't work? You're fucked. Barry.
No, I don't really hate Mario 2, but when you compare it to the other Mario games, this game just has ass written all over it.
I don't know really much about Game Boy Advance, but I just know one thing for sure. The Game Boy Advance is just written ass all over it.
So, I'm gonna be like Mike, and I'm gonna use that hammer he collected and beat the shit out of this game.
If you might, I'm gonna destroy this. Game Boy Advance.
Now while you're out at sea, uh-oh, it looks like we've hit something. Time to go down and find out exactly what. After diving into the ocean, we find absolutely nothing. Just what the hell did we hit?
Okay, the start is simple. When you play a little bit, then you can see that you have hit something. And then you're gonna be thrown down to the water. But what did you hit? Nothing!
All I see are jellyfish and stingrays.
The only thing I can see is fish.
But along the way, you're gonna have all kinds of things to avoid. Way too many. There are things like trash cans, hula hoop girls, park benches, potholes, big bullies, things that look like coffee cups, what the fuck? And these two guys that walk back and forth carrying a plate of glass, which seems to be invisible to the naked eye until you crash into it.
It's so many things to avoid. And that's bullets, bees, hula hoop girls, things who looks like coffee cups, what the fuck? Two people who plays with some glass.
Like, what game designer thought it'd be a good idea to place a clock over here? Does he really expect me to have some sort of disturbing death wish? Fuck!
Now wait a minute. What idiot would think that it would be a good idea to set a clock right there? Maybe someone with a powerful death wish? Ow!
It's nice and refreshing to see a change of scenery after 4 levels of the exact same stuff.
Okay, when you come to level 4, it's nice to see something else and then walk down the street.
Now it starts off nice and slow, and with the board set up the way it is, you have to first line up your shots just perfectly or they'll miss the target completely. But here's the catch. After you manage to nail a few of them, they start coming out faster and faster, and more at a time.
Okay, the start is pretty easy. And then the more people you hit, they just started coming up faster and then faster. And then when you don't hit, you're gonna miss the target completely.
Now I managed to hit 19 of these guys, and that is absolutely trying my best at this level. But do you know how many you have to hit before advancing? 50! I can't even get half of that, and they want me to hit 50?
90 points is my best shot, but do you know how many you have to advance? 15! I mean, I gotta get a half of that!
There's not even 50 stages in the game of Super Mario Bros. There's not even 50 weapons in the game of Legend of Zelda. And there's not even 50 stage bosses in the games Mega Man 1 through 6 combined.
There's not 15 levels in Star Wars. And there's not 50 matches in Virtua Fighter.
And if you don't hit 50 of them, what do you think would happen? You get to try again, right? Wrong. Instead, they send you back to the beginning of the previous level.
And when you're not gonna hit 15, you're gonna go to the beginning of the previous level. What the crap of bullshit?
After you kill enough enemies, then it's back to your ship. And your objective now is to reach this other marina. But to do that, you need to have collected 5 shells. If you don't have them, they tell you to fuck off, and that you can't dock in their port.
You shall have 6 shields to advance. This is your target. And if you don't have 6 shields, they tell you to piss off.
Now once you return to the marina with 5 shells to trade, they end up giving you a radar to track down Jaws.
So you have to collect more shields. When you have collected 5 shields, then you could get something to catch some sharks with.
Now there's only one more thing left to do, and that's to put a spear right through his heart.
When the Jaws life is 0, then you have to take care of him completely.
Alright, time to take his ass out. Yeah! This is for Jaws 2, and Jaws 3, and Superman 4!
And now he's coming. Oh yeah, take that! And that! And that! And that! And now he's finished.
At last, Jaws is dead, and the ocean is saved once again.
And now Jaws dead, and the ocean is safe again.
Well, I can honestly say that this game is truly a masterpiece of shit.
It's only one thing I can say about Jaws. It's a truly masterpiece of shit.
There were a lot of obscure games back in the day for the NES. Some that were downright awful.
I have really many old games, but most of them is junk.
I guess we'll start off on the easy setting for now.
You think you'll choose easy?
Holy fuck! It's a pixelated wasteland of 8-bit objects. Just how in the hell are we supposed to find anything in this mess?
Look at this picture. How the hell shall I find Waldo?
After you manage to pass a level, the game switches back to the main map and you can watch Waldo travel to his next destination, which becomes a long and drawn out process for some reason. And no matter which button you push, it doesn't do a damn thing to bypass his long trip. Fuck, I guess we'll just have to wait for him to get there. Come on. Once you get to the third level, the screen goes completely dark. Now how the hell am I supposed to find Waldo in a dark cave? The screen is almost completely black.
And when you have finished the first level, you have to go right over to the next level. And there's no of these buttons here who can help him to get faster over there. You have to wait in hours before he can come over to the next level. Finally! The next level is a little stupid. And everything is dark. You can't see anything.
But every incorrect click means time off your counter, so the level becomes a complete crapshoot.
And if you click in the wrong place, you're gonna miss 20 seconds.
Now towards the end of this game, you're gonna reach a very odd mini game. The point is to match Waldo up in all 3 windows of this slot machine looking thing.
When you come to the rocket place, you're gonna play a mini game. You have to hit Waldo 3 times or it's time off your counter.
So now the rocket blasts off and Waldo lands on the moon. For what reason I have yet to understand. But now, what the hell just happened? Now we're back at the startup screen? Are you kidding me? There's no ending or anything? This is the biggest piece of shit I ever played. Where's the ending to this game?
And then Waldo lands on the moon. What I yet understand. And then, yeah. What? We're now at the beginning again? What a stupid game! I made 20 minutes and there's no ending? What the bullshit game!
Now this game is entitled The Great Waldo Search. I'm not sure how this game got called Great Anything, but let's not be hasty and judge a game by its cover.
And then some few years later, they come a game named The Great Waldo Search. I don't know why they call it The Great Waldo Search.
You can tell that these stages have been totally revamped from the NES version, and things look so much crisp and clearer.
And here is the game much better animated than the old one.
So you mean there's only 5 levels in this entire game? The original Nintendo version had more levels than this. So let's quickly do the math here. Now if you remember, NES games purchased back in the day ended up costing around $40. So if there's only 5 levels in this game, that means you're spending $8 per level. What a fucking ripoff! It's pretty much a slap in the face when you have other NES games like Super Mario World that have a total of 96 levels to run around in. As well as Donkey Kong Country, which has close to 100 very complex levels to explore. so you know damn well they could have made a lot more levels for us to explore.
But there's only 5 levels in the game. The game costs $14, so it seems like you used $8 in every level. Super Mario have more levels. Even Star Wars have more level. Virtual Fighter Animation have more matches. But why have the Great Waldo Surge 5 levels?
And why is Waldo on the moon? I just hope we can leave him there along with this shitty game.
But that's not just one of the things I don't understand. When the Waldo is going to the moon, I hope we just can leave him there with the shitty game.
Do yourself a favor and avoid these games at all costs, because there's only one thing to do with these games. That's right, fucking shred the bastards.
So when you see this game on the market, avoid them, cause they are stupid that I will throw them out of the window.
To play the shitty games that suck ass, he'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Nintendo nerd.
The only thing you can do in the ring is punch, jump, slam, and that's pretty much it.
You can punch, kick, yeah, it's pretty much it.
Now the game gives you 30 minutes to try and defeat your opponent. 30 minutes? Don't you think that's a little excessive?
30 seconds. Isn't that a little hard to defeat your opponent?
During the course of this game, you'll end up fighting over 15 of these fucking birds, and I swear by the end, I just want to reach through the screen and beat the shit out of this bitch! Get over here!
You know, that guy made me so mad that I wish I could reach into the screen and punch the face out of him! Get over here!
Ugh, look at this shit. Could it move any slower? I can take a shit faster than this. Finally!
Finally.
In the name of God, heaven and hell, everything in between, every creature on earth, by the far reaches of the galaxy, by the inner rims of the universe, and every megaverse in the ultraverse, let it be known. Let the word be known. This controller is fucking horrible.
This game is a piece of shit. Look at that, look at that. I have a piece of shit right in my hand. Right in my hand. I touch it now. God, heaven, and hell. Don't buy it. Avoid it in the market.
Fuck!
I have just one thing to say about this piece of shit. Foul!
I got it. I got a good idea what it should say. It should say, you're dead, your friends are dead, your family's dead, your fucking pets are being skinned alive, your mom's a fucking whore, you suck at life, the whole world hates you, you're going to hell, live with it. Game over.
I know. Here's a clue how the ending could be. You are dead. Your friends are dead. Your pets is being skinned alive. Your mom is a fucking whore. Live with it. Game over.
It gets bad as soon as you press the start button. The fuck was that?
Ghostbusters!
What the fuck?
From what I understand, Final Fantasy II at the time of its Japanese release wasn't released in the US, neither was Final Fantasy III. But Final Fantasy IV came out here, and because we didn't have 2 or 3, it wouldn't have made sense to call it 4, so what do? They call it 2. Now, Final Fantasy V wasn't released here either. So, when 6 came out, that became 3. Final Fantasy III also happens to be one of my all-time favorite games on the Super Nintendo. And I remember that after that, Squaresoft started releasing the next Final Fantasy games on PlayStation. Things changed, and now they weren't fucking with the titles anymore. So when Final Fantasy VII came out, they just called it Final Fantasy VII. And that's where the confusion began. I wondered, what the fuck happened to 4, 5, and 6? But what I really should have been wondering, little did I know, what the fuck happened to 2, 3, and 5? And once I figured that out, I was like, so there were other Final Fantasy games we didn't know about? I was playing 6 all along and not 3? What a bunch of fucking bullfuck.
I haven't actually heard of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 to the Game Boy. Where the fuck is it? But then, after some research, then it looks up that the number 2 never came to Europe. In Japan, they had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3. But Europe only had 1 and 3. But why isn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 on Europe? Why? Are Japan so stupid that one of the fans didn't get number 2? If I was a Turtles fan, then I was fucking very improbated, very disappointed! Very disappointed!
But why did Nintendo decide to release a Tetris of their own too? Did they want to expand on the existing concept? Or did they just have something to prove? Well, Tetris was created by a guy in Russia in 1985. The game quickly crossed into other countries while the copyrights to the game were poorly being kept track of. 4 years later, over a dozen companies claimed to have the exclusive rights to produce Tetris, one of them being Atari. After a few legal battles, the courts finally decided that Nintendo was actually the only company who had the exclusive rights to this game.
Tetris was produced from a man in Russia, and easily became the most popular game in the world, since everybody tried to track out the copyright law of Tetris. After some fights, it showed up that Nintendo has the right to produce Tetris. And why did Sega produce one, when Nintendo had the right to make Tetris?
Now what's odd is that there are actually 2 versions of Tetris released for the NES. One made by Nintendo, and the other made by Atari. Now this one's a little harder to come by, but it was made first, so we'll start off with this one.
But the Game Boy game was made first, so let's start off with this one.
Does this stuff actually mean anything? Will something actually happen if I get all these bars to the top of the screen? I'm not sure, but I think it's time we find out. And can you guess what happens next? I mean, I couldn't believe it. Absolutely fucking nothing! You ass biter! How damn pointless was that? Why the fuck is this even here? I mean, why not post a warning for this kind of shit? Something like, warning, these bars are fucking pointless. That's all I ask.
But I'm not sure if I get the full point in this game. But I'm not sure, so let's find out. And do you know what happens next? I mean, I couldn't believe it. Absolutely fucking nothing, you ass biters! How pointless was that? Wasting my fucking time on this.
Nintendo also dropped the 2-player feature that was popular in the Atari version. What a bunch of shitburgers.
But this Tetris game has a good effect when you're getting a line. But they dropped the popular 2-player mode. What a bunch of shitburger.
But I have been playing about 4 hours straight, so maybe I should take a break. Ah, fuck it.
But now I have played Tetris for some hours, I think I want to take a break. Ah, fuck it.
Now, before beginning, you'll be able to select your difficulty level. They even give you the option of picking out your own choice of background music. So, it's pretty much like a jukebox. I wonder if they have anything by Van Halen. Bitchin'!
You can even select your difficulty. Cool. And select your music. But everyone is most picking a random one. Maybe they have a good rap Christmas song. Bitches!
You'll be deleting off multiple rows at once to perform a double, a triple, or even a Tetris. It's just a good thing this stuff doesn't happen in real life. Oh, fuck!
You can even get a double, triple, and even Tetris. That's the good show. And I am only happy it just happens to Irate Gamer.
You know, I think I'm addicted to Tetris. Well, that's it. I'm stopping right now. I'm going crazy! I need my Tetris!
But now it's time to take a break. I need Tetris! No!
Okay, let's look at the ending of this version with all the Chaos Emeralds. Jesus Christ! They even had to ruin the ending! The Chaos Emeralds don't do shit! I don't believe this. In the original game, the Chaos Emeralds brought life into the Green Hill Zone, adding in flowers and such. I don't know why they couldn't do that in this one.
Now I hope the ending is good. God damn it, the Chaos Emerald don't do a shit! This is the ending when you play the Sega Genesis with all the Chaos Emeralds. Here they got the freaking effect with the Chaos Emeralds going around in a circle and then dance. Lives everywhere.
Well, first things first, looks like we got a little mushroom coming up to little Mario. Let's see if he wants to help. Yeah!
Oh look, he looks friendly. Maybe he wants to help.
So we've been doing our research, and it turns out most of the creatures in Mario World have been turned evil. The little guy we asked for help earlier is called a Goomba, and Goombas hate plumbers, which is what the Mario Brothers are.
After watching the game manual, I found a way.
There is a villain in this game.
the name Goombas. And they hate plumbers. That's why Mario and Luigi are plumber brothers. So the Goombas hate them.
These buttons do more than just sit there. The A button helps our plumber friend jump.
And if you want to jump, press the 2 button on the Wii pad.
Look out for that Goomba! I got him! But some blocks have other surprises! Look out for the gliding Goomba! I got him! Whoa! Looks like we're on a roll.
Ooh, I must look out that white Goomba.
You see all these green pipes around, you think Mario can kill him because he's a plumber, but he can't. We recommend jumping over the pipes, but watch out, because sometimes there's a sneaky Goomba waiting on the other side. But watch out, sometimes there's also a nasty piranha plant growing inside the tube. Give me a break!
You may think now he can walk through the pipes, because he's a plumber. But he can't. You have to jump over the pipes. But you must look out, but sometimes there's a nasty piranha plant inside.